Listen up. You want to know why I'm rocking barbell apparel? Simple. It's built for athletes like you and me. Have you ever tried squeezing into those regular clothes? It's not happening, right? Barbell has got that perfect fit for guys who actually hit the gym. It's comfortable, it's stylish, and it shows off the work that you put in. Whether I'm training or I'm heading out, Barbell is always on point. Now here's the kicker. Barbell's annual hoodie sale is on. Spend over $99 and they will throw in a free athletic fit performance hoodie. Yeah, you heard me. Free. We're talking 7 brand new hoodie designs. You can stack these deals too. Spend more, get more hoodies. You want 1, you want 5? Go for it. But here's the thing. These designs sell out every single year. So if you wait, you will miss out. Limited time, limited stock. So stop wasting time and go hit up Barbell Apparel. Get your gear. Get your free hoodie and look like a champ. Barbell Apparel. Built for athletes, built for you. Go to barbellapparel.com or just click on the link below. Bad news of the day. Conor and Sean have made up. You know, that is so disappointing, by the way. It did come from the mere fact that Sean tells the truth. He went on Ariel's got this thing, he calls it a vertical. I have no idea why, and I've asked, but he goes on to Ariel's vertical. And something came up where Sean just said, man, I'm a big Conor fan. I've always been a big Conor fan. And Sean did have some suggestions for correction to get a better version of Conor. But he also said the beautiful words that he was a fan. And so Conor ends up coming back and said that he'd like Sean to come and train. And Conor said, I can set the whole thing up. But it's an open invitation to Sean and his coach, Tim Welsh, to come out to Straight Blast Gym. My coach, John Kavanagh, will run the workouts. But if you're out here for 1 month, that's enough time that we can teach you enough ideas and positioning and tactics to take back, work on and refine, you'll recapture your championship. Interesting. It's interesting because I don't know that I've ever seen anybody be as good as Conor at marketing. And so many bases are covered there. Like, who is most likely to recapture a championship at 135 pounds? Well, start with TJ Dillashaw, who retired. Fall into Henry Cejudo, who says he's going to leave the weight class. Look at Aljamain Sterling, who has become a 145 pounder. If you look at who is most likely to recover their championship, it is obviously Sean. If you can get your hooks into Sean and then send Sean on his normal trajectory, the normal path that he was on had he not come out to Ireland, he is still the most likely to reclaim the championship. But if he does it after coming to Ireland, imagine the credit that you're going to take. All right. Now, and I'm not saying that it was done for those reasons or those tactical reasons. I'm just suggesting for you, it seems like a can't miss. And I'll give you an example. I know how to make boys. And I'm talking about babies. I'm talking about his man with his wife. Nothing dirty here, but I know what needs to be done for that sperm when it gets to the egg to create a boy. And I learned this from my uncle, who was a biology teacher. And he told me, after he himself had practiced it 4 times for 4 boys, he told me the practice. I did the practice. I had a boy. We actually miscarried that young child. Did it again for another boy and have the boy that you know as Thero. We then went to the opposite because we wanted a daughter. And we got a daughter. So for these reasons, I believe that I know, and I was even going to start a business on this. And the business would be, it's $50,000 for a boy. I will send you the info. You cannot tell anybody. I'm going to swear you to secrecy. But if by some chance you don't have a boy, I give you your 50 grand back. Your 50 grand goes into an escrow. If my method that you tried doesn't work and you don't tell anybody the method, I'll give you your money back. And it didn't get off the ground because it had the presentation of a bit of a hustle. Even though it was at a full redemption, and even though the story, to my knowledge, has only been tested 5 times, that was successful all 5. But couldn't you imagine what Conor's saying? If you come see me, you'll get your belt back. but he's the most likely to get his belt back anyway. I just appreciated it, I guess. That was my main point. I just appreciated it. But what more is I do hope that O'Malley takes him up on it, because I would like O'Malley to be the eyes and the ears and the mouth to the rest of us. Is Conor in there? Is Conor in there each and every day? When I see Conor's body, I can openly see a guy that did not train. Stop training. That's the ones you guys all wanted to tease him and get back into the pool and he's all juiced up. Well, no. It was full of water retention. He didn't look like a guy on steroids. He didn't look like a guy that had big, strong muscles. He looked like a much bigger guy that was retaining water because he wasn't sweating it out each day. And he wasn't sweating it out each day because he wasn't in the gym training. And then after that movie dropped, as abysmal as it was, it did good numbers, something to be proud of. His body started to change. And he started to get back into the pool. And I know a lot of people think his body changed because he was going back in the pool. I don't think so. I think he started working out again. You can only be so small or so big, but it's calories in versus calories out, right? It's basic physiology. And I felt like I was watching Conor started to get back into shape. Oh, and by the way, right when I was thinking and noticing, he's looking trimmer. He's looking better. He gets a fight announced for Michael Chandler. Now, it had a built-in byproduct, that fight. It had a built-in byproduct that Conor did not have to work that hard. You don't have to train that hard, and you don't have to take it that seriously. That was a built-in byproduct. That's what 171 pounds, which is what they were going to weigh in at, represented. If Conor wanted to be forced to take it real serious and buckle in, there's a byproduct to that training. And that byproduct is a different number, but in that case, it would be 156 pounds. So he openly says, I haven't been working hard, and I don't want to be committed to having to work all that hard. That's where you get 170, and I'm bringing that to you because how often is he in the gym? I do wonder. And there's been a number of film crews who have offered to come out and film training, and they have been told no. But in the history of Conor's career, Conor's really never had the secret closed-door training. If there's anybody that's not allergic to a camera, it's Conor McGregor. So after one film crew to two film crews to three film crews all get turned down and they all huddle up and talk, as they all do, they came to the conclusion that it wasn't some kind of private training or it wasn't even bad training he didn't want out. There was simply no training. Conor wasn't in the gym. The one film crew who did gain access and went in and got it, Conor was working out with a guy that they did not recognize, and a different time he was walking out with a guy that they did recognize from the PFL, 2 weight below, and a losing record. It was one of these situations that I found interesting. Like if Conor is going to fight somebody like O'Malley, and O'Malley's going to take him up on it, Conor is going to have to, at a minimum, show O'Malley a good time. He's going to have to show him some good training. He's going to have to show him some hospitality, at a minimum. That's a very interesting spar right there. And that spar, there's an etiquette, right? And if you're in the other guy's gym, and I assure you that O'Malley will follow the etiquette. He will go whatever pace is set by the other guy, but that guy's pace will be set on first contact. So if you're sparring, you're a new guy, you're a guest, it's his gym. He comes out, boom, and he hits you at 80%. You hit him back at 80%. But if he starts this game and we're not warming up and boom, boom, and all of a sudden you thought what was going to be a spar turned into a fight, then you are going to fight him. And this is just the way those things go, but O'Malley would let us know. He would let us in on it. O'Malley's going to be one pissed off Sean O'Malley if he goes out to Ireland. As great as Coach Kavanagh is and as beautiful as that gym is, of all the nice experiences that he is guaranteed to come back with, if Conor McGregor is not there, is not working and is not training, and there's also a built-in mechanism that I just feel compelled to correct. Gyms and coaches don't make athletes and never have. And it doesn't matter for the people that love Nick Saban or they love Phil Jackson. I'm not against either one of those guys, but they did not build great football or build great basketball teams. Athletes build programs, period. Period. No comma, no kinda, no sorta. Great athletes is what equals great programs, not great plays, not great training. One thing, recruiting. And recruiting Sean O'Malley to your gym would be awesome. That would be awesome for your gym. And I think it might be a nice break for Sean. And I know Tim Welsh, very well personally. He loves to go to different places and absorb what he can. Like, I am seeing all the boxes get checked. But there's a fourth box, and it's the only one that I really care about, which is if Sean commits, goes and does this for 1 month, of that month, how many times on the mats, at the right time, in workout gear, is he going to see Conor McGregor?